I started to realize that this exploration and the curiosity that inspires it is very fundamentally human. And it's not surprising, you know, it's in our genes. Born through hips too narrow to pass a fully baked human brain, all of us, each of us, comes into this world naked and pretty incapable, almost unprogrammed, with very few lines of code, perhaps the most important being, be curious. And we all are. Whether we self-identify as curious people or not, it's true. Each of us, wordlessly, before we could speak, started, driven only by our native human curiosity, to explore and experiment with our world and learn, build a model of the universe, a custom model that each of us made. I have a 1-year-old son named Ansel, and I watch him pour water and sand into his diaper, and he's learning a lot in that. But before he could speak, he knew about time, gravity, mass, the difference between a solid and a liquid, all wordlessly built within his brain, driven entirely by his human curiosity. Now, an interesting thing happens as we get older. We start relying on that model we started building the moment we were born. It's kind of like that planning plan thing from Eisenhower. We start going back to the model, and by the way, it's a wickedly capable model. It involves, I can tell you exactly the time that the sun will rise tomorrow based on my model of the universe. But it's not perfect. And if we keep our curiosity alive within our brains, our minds stay more agile, more innovative, and more competitive. We have opportunities to notice the difference between the world as we expected it and the world as it really is. And further, if we take that curiosity and build a culture of collaboration within a team, there is literally nothing that a group of individuals cannot accomplish. I'm not blowing smoke here. I mean that seriously. If the laws of physics allow it, if the laws of the market admit it, it can and will be done by a group of people inspired by their curiosity in a team that is collaborative. So what's next for NASA? Well, the scientists tell us that to really unlock the mysteries of Mars, we've got to bring a piece of Mars back to Earth. It's called Mars Sample Return. It's a lot of work, but NASA's doing the first of those missions, which launches in 2020, and I'm the chief engineer. Now, Mars isn't the only place to land. Europa, the ice moon of Jupiter, a thin ice crust covering a liquid water ocean more than twice the volume of all the seas on Earth. Now, I'm no exobiologist, but I drink beer with exobiologists. And they tell me that Europa is their #1 bet for a place to find life in our solar system existing today. And I hope to help NASA put a lander on the surface of that ice and look for what evidence of life might have upwelled through the ice. So now when I look at this image, it doesn't wake me up at night. My little boy Ansel wakes me up at night. But this image opens a question for me, you know, where will my curiosity next take me? You know, years ago, when I allowed myself to follow my curiosity, it changed the course of my life and changed maybe the way others do stuff. I found that since then, if I can stay in touch with my own curiosity and encourage teammates and colleagues to stay in touch with theirs, the solutions we get to are more profound, they're more capable, and they change the course of our history. So it's a useful question to ask. It's a useful question perhaps for each of you to consider. And perhaps it's best asked and left unanswered, maybe holding on to the doubt, just rolling the open question in your mind's eye. Where will your curiosity next take you?